don't have to take on everything. And this is one of those situations that I am choosing not to take on. I won't get into the weeds, but this is the one thing that this story made me want to share with you guys. It's time as Black people that we begin to play the offense. What do I mean by play the offense? Honestly and truthfully, stay out of the company of white people. That's really all I got. And I'm not trying to imply that all white people are bad, but it is just easier to stay out of the company of white people when you can. Some of y'all wear it as a badge of honor that you send your children to all white schools. That is not a badge of honor that your daughter is the only Black girl in the class. It is just easier to stay out of the company of white people. I know that it's not possible in all instances. I know your kids want to be in sports and they want to be in all these different things. And some of us live in very, very, very diverse neighborhoods. Stop letting your children go in white folks' house unsupervised. Stop sending your children unattended to white folks' birthday parties and they the only Black child there and there's 13 other little white kids. And I'm not saying don't let your children play with white children. What I'm saying is let them play with them in your yard so you can watch them, so you can facilitate what's going on, okay? Put your children in soccer on the Black side of town. Send your children to Black high schools. Send your children to HBCUs. It's one less thing to have to deal with. Life is already complicated as is. Ain't no need in going around and adding no extra complication to it by keeping the company of white folks, okay? And for my white followers out there, especially the one that was on the cruise with me, shout out to Philly Whitefish. I'm not saying that all white people are bad, and I'm not trying to imply that they're all bad. I'm simply saying we, right now in this time, we don't have the luxury of being able to sit back and filter out which one is bad and which one is good. We don't have the time. Just stay the hell away from all of them, especially ones that you don't know, especially in public. Mind your Black business, keep to your Black self, and keep your children in Black environments.
Are you safer with your own people? Probably so. Let me start by saying this. I agree with Funky Dineva on this one. I disagree with some other things, so I agree with this. And here's the reason. And I grew up in predominantly Black neighborhoods as a child, as a teenager, and as a young adult, I went to 2 different HBCUs. I didn't have that many problems in interacting with my own people. I had a lot of problems interacting with non-Black people. You know, even as a child, the non-Black teachers was the issue. When I would go into the store, the non-Black store owners were the issue. You get what I'm saying? When I would go from one neighborhood to the next, the non-Black people in the neighborhood and the police were the issue. You get what I mean? So I remember feeling safe around my own people. And there was some wild shit that was going on in my neighborhood at the time. Trust me. But I felt safer. And this comes from a person, part of I was on the west side of Chicago. So they consider where I grew up the suburbs. Some people say it's suburbs, some people say it's not. It is, but it's the west side. And I remember when I was a kid, they used to have shootouts right on the side of my house, literally. And by the time I got to college, it was a thing where I couldn't sleep at first because it was too quiet, no gunshots, no sirens, literally. And even from that environment, I felt safer around my own people than outside. You know, dead serious. And here's the thing. When I would go places, like let's just say in college I tried to vote. Issues with white people. Issues. Well, then you can't vote. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, we can't vote. Issues with cops getting pulled over, getting harassed. Issues. As I became an adult, go to a car dealership, get a car. Issues, because you can tell like sometimes people used to actually overcharge you. You know, oh, I can get this one. That shit would happen, right? It's not even you can negotiate. Doesn't work like that. Issues. If I remember, watch this. I remember a few years back, um, went to Home Depot and guy was like, "You need your AC inspected." It's like, you know what? I do. I should get that. This motherfucker kicked the tray in under the AC off and caused it to bend like lean, and it leaked and put water stains on my ceiling. But he didn't say anything. I had to find out the hard way. You get what I'm saying? Because and I've been in those situations, out places. How are you here? How could you? What do you do? Do you do drugs? Do you play sports? Issues. I've had people try to run me over with their car in a grocery store parking lot. Issues. I've had people hit my car in traffic and act like, and then try to drive the fuck off. Issues. I've had, actually, I've been at work and a stranger starts a fight with me because he was arguing with his baby mama and thought I was the dude he was arguing with. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but issues. Just out of the blue. You know what I mean? I've been places where, say, a friend that's not black invites me somewhere, and I can tell when I get there, you invited me because we friends and I fuck with you. These people, I already see it. People picking fights and shit. Issues. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all, I say all that to say, a lot of y'all notice when y'all are parents and y'all move to the suburbs sometimes, and your kids getting fucked with, but you don't care because it looks nicer than the neighborhood you came from. No, fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And for all you people who, what about the suburbs? It's two different sets of suburbs. It's true. It's a suburb nowadays that's mixed. It's a mixed bag of people, and it's a suburb that's predominantly white. With too many, I can't say a lot. There are some black people who don't want to be in the mixed part and they want to be the predominantly white part, and their kids get fucked up like that. They don't want to talk about that part. And by the way, even when I say I felt safer, I feel safer around my own people. Here's the other thing: in the hood, I had neighbors. In the suburbs, you don't. You generally don't have neighbors in the suburbs. I know people like to act like they do. They don't. People are normally off to themselves in their own world. And they don't fuck with each other. And why? It's because of all of this bullshit. Now, let me go to the criminality part. The difference between the hood and the suburbs is the cops don't make the block hot in the suburbs. There's a shitload of crime going on in the suburbs. Breaking into people's cars, stealing people's shit. They used to have a lot of B&Es, but not so much because of the cameras. You know what I mean? That slowed down. I can say that, but that's generally a general thing because of the cameras. A lot of breaking and entering slowed down. A lot of drug dealing that goes unchecked. A lot of assaults that go unchecked. Because in the suburbs, I can say the difference in when it looks like when the crime in the hood is policed, it's really policed, and it's taken as people are actually have a criminal mentality. In the suburbs, people do shit on purpose by mistake, and people just go okay, and it's like that fool pointed a gun and shot a person. Oh no, I didn't mean to do it. I pointed it and it just went off. That type of shit. I didn't see that kid in the road. I hit the gas and I didn't know. That type of shit. That's what they do in the suburbs. And anybody who's been in the suburbs, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So many people running head on collisions, running in the poles, going the wrong fucking way. It don't even make no sense. It's like, you know, people doing the most, getting dogs to attack people and acting like I didn't know what happened. That's what they do. That's a general thing. And part of it is this, when it comes to separating, let's just say, like, we see that non-black people have a history of harassing and antagonizing us as black people. It's it's documented. It's from shit the inception of before the inception of what is called America to now. What I see from other groups of people, y'all have stories, and a lot of times that's why it's like, I'm gonna take half of what you say is real, because y'all say we do all this crazy shit to y'all, but we don't see it. We constantly see crazy shit that y'all do to us. And here's the one thing I can say about white America. Because because white America, white Europe really have taken on this concept that your life and your freedom is theirs to give you, you get an arrogant mentality. And that's where you get all of this antagonizing and harassing, is because people actually believe, you know, they have the God-given right to make sure you live the way they want you to live. And that creates a lot of altercations. So usually you're safer around your own people, and people don't like to go, oh, you know, shit go wrong when black people are together. Uh, when you get about 25, it don't. And that ain't 25, and it might be too old. But when you get to your mid 20s, all that bullshit stereotype shit really don't happen like that. It really don't. The only time people stay in stuff is when it's a person who likes to be in drama all the time. Generally, when black folks are just grown, all that bullshit is, as you know, all the bullshit is out the window. And the interesting thing about it is, even when we're 25 and up, people make their way to try to fuck with us in one way or another. And that's where we go, okay, I see what this is. I see exactly what this is. So a lot of times you're safer with your own people, because the level of bullshit is only going to go so much. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to go so high. But I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Peace.